Hello and welcome to today's NinjaTrader ecosystem event using Renko Bars to improve your trading consistency with John Santos of Zoom and Profit. My name is Thomas and I am a platform representative here at NinjaTrader. Now, before we start the webinar, I have a few housekeeping notes. Now, this webinar is presented by NinjaTrader LLC, which is the technology company responsible for developing and supporting the NinjaTrader trading software. Brokerage-related questions should be directed to the NinjaTrader brokerage team. Now, if you are new to the NinjaTrader platform, please make sure you are signed up for the free NinjaTrader demo with real-time market data. Our platform is always free for advanced charting, strategy backtesting, and trade simulation. Before I turn over to the mic to John, it is important to understand that futures for foreign currency and options trading contains substantial risk and is not suitable for every investor. It is possible to lose all funds deposited with your brokerage account and could even incur losses beyond these amounts. Risk capital is money that could be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Now, past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. And please remember that these trading sessions are not solicitation or recommendation, but simply educational in nature. Now, I want to thank everyone again for joining us today. And without further ado, it is my pleasure to welcome to the NinjaTrader webinar room, John Santos from Zoom and Profit.
Hello, traders. Welcome to my presentation on using Renko Bars to improve your trading consistency. It's a great privilege to be back on this platform that has been very supportive of my trading and the trading of my community. So with today's topic, we'll see the following. First, do Renko Bars outperform time bars? And what is the problem about backtesting with Renko Bars? And we'll also provide a workaround solution. And finally, I will present automated trading that my strategies use Renko Bars, trading only 10 to 25 minutes per day in the morning session with one specific Renko Bars. So the explanation on context. As you know, there are many vendors on the NinjaTrader ecosystems, so I cannot speak for the experiences of all systems. I'm using strategies made by Zoom and Profit Algo System for illustration. And second, there are many vendors of Renko Bars. And so I'm going to focus on two of my primary use, which are popular Renko Bars among NinjaTrader users. And the big question is, do Renko Bars outperform time bars? There is a general consensus that for most strategies, yes. However, one size does not fit all, because it depends on the dynamics of the strategy itself, whether it's a trend or counter trend, support resistance. And so each system concept must be tested accordingly before we can make a verdict on whether the Renko Bar is suitable for a specific strategy. Thus, I cannot speak that Renko Bars in general will always outperform time bars. It's a case-by-case scenario. And sometimes in my tests, it did not matter. As one example here, that I use a Renko Bar of 16 compared to an 8-minute, and the results over the past 6 weeks were virtually the same. So I'm referring to a Renko as the NISA Renko Bar, and the brick size 16 had 45 trades with a comparable time bar of 8 minutes had 49 trades, and the results were less than $1,000 apart. So an acceptable comparison that there was not a huge outperformance here. However, during market consolidation periods like October, then the same system using Renko Bars showed better result than time bars. Therefore, it's necessary to see the condition of the market before we can make a determination. And for today, so this is a screen print of the NQ this morning. the 9:30 opening. So the 8-minute bar on the left, you can see very tight range, nothing happening. But on the right side, there was enough movement, according to the Renko bars, of reversal and price continuation, enough to get in 3 trades in that 10, 15 minutes window of time that nothing showed as relevant as far as signal on the 8-minute. So the 8-minute was very tight, but still there was opportunity to trade with Renko bars. So though there is a strong case for Renko bars over time charts, there are 2 challenges of trading with Renko bars. Most people have given up on Renko bars because they don't backtest with accuracy. Isn't that the biggest Achilles heel? So you have Renko bars that seem to be best for trading, but they have a hard time backtesting, so you cannot make a determination easily. And so the purpose of this presentation is to find a workaround, see what we can do to mitigate the problem. And the second problem with choosing Renkos is there are so many, probably 10, 20 different vendors. With so many, how can we narrow down to 1 or 2? So the problem of backtesting with Renko bars, as I have already said, the accuracy and which Renko bars, we're going to make a brief analysis comparing A and B for our results. And so with Renko bars, there is no problem on market replay when using playback data. That is not a problem. The problem is analyzer and optimization or historical chart data. And why do we want accuracy on historical chart data and analyzer? For time saving, fast deployment of strategy. When you do replay, it takes a long time. When you use analyzer, it's very fast. So it's relevant for time saving. And you can get an insight about your strategy in 5 minutes when using analyzer instead of 5 hours of replay. And also you look for optimal settings for best to match your strategy criteria, such as when trading on prop firms, trading account size, they want to have a precise information, precise to the extent that is possible. Now, you can use also the tick resolution for very fast, actually, I'm sorry, not fast, but very, very accurate backtesting on optimization on analyzer, but it takes a long time. So like this one here says that the time is going to be 14 minutes for just 1 week or 2 weeks actually of data. And so I would like to see something in much faster. With 2 weeks, of course, I need more than 2 weeks. I need 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and that's not possible to get very quickly on optimization. And so the problem with the popular A Renko, I'm referring it to A Renko because I'm not specifically promoting one bar of a vendor of another. So when you open up that NinjaTrader on your chart for the first time, the big problem is the brick size 8, and you try to backtest that, it's going to show unrealistic overperformance that when you try the live market, it's not going to work. So the number one problem is not Renko per se, but the size of the Renko. So the size 8 shows backtesting with very unrealistic results. And the problem with the B Renko, so another vendor, is that there are 4 too many options. When you open up the Lizard Renko, which one are you going to choose out of 4? So that's all makes a very difficult decision for choosing Renkos. The size and which type. And even after you settle for the B vendor among many, then you have to think about which bar. And this is the important question. Can you please just tell me one bar and one size that I should trade with? So it seems like nobody can give you that answer, right? My main goal today is to provide you with one precise answer before the end of this presentation. So the solution when backtesting with Renko bars is to use relatively big bars, relatively large stop loss, and to have a task force teamwork, because alone you could spend months trying to backtest and not get to the bottom of the issue. So let's quickly review these 3 points. How large should it be? So for the Ninja Renko that comes standard default as 8, I put it on 16 for ES, and it backtested with excellent, very high precision or reliability. And for the NQ, I had to go up to brick size 60. So when you backtest for NQ on Ninja Renko, you get over 80 to 90% accuracy, but you have to go a large size, not 8. On NQ is going to be 60. So with these brick sizes, I was able to generally get a good idea of the strategy performance before doing replay. That saved me a lot of time. But how large must the stop loss be? It must be bigger than or larger than the trend reversal bar. For example, on NQ, if you are using Ninja Renko 60 or Lizard Renko Q24, that's about 100 ticks of reversal bar. So your stop loss would have to be that large. So using resolution set to 1 tick will take hours to backtest, not very helpful. And even can freeze up your computer. Therefore, I have given up on resolution high tick. And so there is another thing about during high volatility, you cannot expect to backtest with high accuracy. So I found out, for example, on trading the Q16 bar and compared with backtest, that there was a significant difference because of the super fast dynamics of when trading during news announcement. In this case was December 15th for the FOMC. And even between 2 live accounts of prop firm accounts, using the same arithmetic data, the fills were different, as you can see from the top and the bottom list of trades, and the historical is in the middle. So one was very close to the historical, the other one was a bit far. And taking all of this together, for the Renko bars, I have put together an automated system that trades only 10 to 25 minutes per day on one specific Renko bar. So early in the presentation, I asked, please tell me one bar type and one bar size. And so now I'm going to cover exactly what I have come up with to have that one bar size. I call it the PANC, P-A-N-C, price action naked chart, because it does not use any indicators. So what is the one bar type? For the V3, so I have 3 strategies, V1, V3, and V4. For the V3, the one bar type is the Lizard Q24, which is a paid bar. And the free version is Ninja Renko 60. They trade similarly the same. And so you can take a choice whether you want to go with the free or paid version. And for the V3, specifically only 10 to 15 minutes per day, as you can see on my settings, from 9:35 a.m. to 9:45. That's all that is needed on the NQ for daily results or daily trades. That is enough to produce the results of fairly big price movements from target profits of $250 to $1,000 in just 10 minutes of trading. And so the V3 that I'm using with specifically just that bar, I have a historical analyzer data here. And also I'm going to show you in just a moment replay data. And so for the historical data with 2 ticks of the slippage, and this is one contract, by the way. And on this one, I used the Q24 chart, but I have also tested the NinjaTrader 60, and the results were very similar. So this is the for the last quarter from October through December. And since December 10th, actually December 13th, the first day of trading after the end of the December contract and the beginning of the March contract. So my replay data shows a very good result, even during the holidays, low volume. But the best case over 1 year, this replay was done yesterday by one of my strategy users. So 1 year of replay data for 2 contracts, the TP with 100 ticks, that's $500. And the second target at 325 ticks, 1,625. And the stop loss is 120 ticks. So that would be a total of $1,200 for stop loss on a trade. Only 10 to 25 minutes per day. Not every month was profitable. That is 2 losing months out of 13 months, 12 months, 12 or 13 months. So the results speak for themselves, but lately this option of TP, large TP from 100, 325 have not done well in the last month. So it's necessary to put a more conservative contract, for example, 70 ticks to 90 ticks. So that way you would have a better result. But on a total result for highest profit, the 2 contracts replay is right on the screen. And that allows a very, very consistent way of looking at the market without indicators, by having the bar size precisely the way you expect it to be measured uniformly. So the number one reason that I chose to go with Renko bars instead of indicators is the idea that I can always look at the reversal bar with always the same number of ticks. Whereas if I use time bars, that changes from bar to bar. So one bar, 8 minutes or 5 minutes, 10 minutes, can be 10 ticks, can be 100 ticks, can be 500 ticks. And so I found that very difficult to do strategies for very short-term trading, in my case, 10 to 15 minutes per day. And so if your question was not answered, please contact info@zoominprofit. What is the trend threshold setting for NQ and NinjaTrader? 18. So 60 and 18.
All right. Well, thank you again, John, for taking the time to share with us today. If you enjoyed today's session, and we hope you'll join us in future webinars. Now, we would like to remind you that the information provided today was that of Zoom and Profit and not of NinjaTrader. All information was for educational purposes and should not be construed as trading advice. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we hope to see you in future webinars. Happy trading from all of us here at the NinjaTrader ecosystem.